It's Monday morning. It is time to talk about my top picks for indie comics this coming week for New Comic Book Day. Got a lot of books coming out this week, and so the list is going to be a little bit longer. It was hard to cut out books to make a top 10, so we're going to have a top 12 plus a graphic novel that I want you guys to check out as well. So stay tuned for that, but first, like this video. Let me know what you're looking forward to this week for New Comic Book Day down in the description, in the comments below. And if you aren't subscribed, go hit that button. Welcome back, everybody. Let's kick off this list with something a little bit different. This is DC Horror presents Soul Plumber issue number 1. So this is a new series from the DC Horror line, which is not part of the DC world. It is creator owned for the best that I understand. Similarly, how Nice House on the Lake is. I could be wrong about that, but it's what it seems like, and so I wanted to throw this in as kind of an honorable mention on this list. Because it looks pretty cool, and we're into October, so let's get some spooky horror going on. It's from the creators of the last podcast on the left. Exorcism just got a whole lot easier after attending a seminar hosted in a hotel conference room by a mysterious group called the Soul Plumbers. Edgar Wiggins, a disgraced former seminary school student, discovers what he thinks is the secret to delivering souls from the thrall of Satan. But after stealing the blueprints and building the machine himself out of whatever he can afford from his salary as a gas station attendant, Edgar misses the demon and instead pulls out an interdimensional alien with dire consequences for all of mankind. Sounds pretty cool. I'm going to be checking it out, and that's why it made this list at number 12. Moving into number 11, from Vault Comics, we got Last Book You'll Ever Read, issue number 3, from Colin Bunn and Layla Lays. This has just been crazy book. I've heard it compared to, I think it was Mouth of Madness was the movie. Not seen that movie, so for me, this is a whole new experience. But essentially, this book is causing people to go kind of crazy and demonic somewhat, and the writer is on a book tour, and so she has, of course, her bodyguard can't read the book because she doesn't want him to have this happen. That's kind of the main requirement for being the bodyguard. But there's some things going on between the bodyguard and the writer, Olivia. So I'm excited to see where that takes us into this next issue and how that's going to impact the effects, of what's going on, and how are we going to resolve this? Is humanity just going to kill itself off from this book, or what do we got coming up next in this story? So it is my number 11 pick for indie comics this week. Taking us to number 10, we've got By the Horns, number 6 of 7. Guys, I've already read this one. It came in my Scout subscription box. Marquisen Nasso and Jason Moore are creating such an incredible world. And this issue, which I have right here, it really was something powerfully emotional. And if you're not reading this story, you really need to if you are a fantasy fan. The fantasy genre can take you so many places, and this world that they're building is just incredible. It is almost a no-word issue. There's a little bit of words in this issue, but it is very powerful, and it's a flashback to Elodie and her husband and their story. So, though it doesn't progress what's happening currently, it does really help you get inside Elodie's head and why she is the way she is. So that is my number 10 pick this week from Scout Comics. Taking us to number 9, we've got Bountiful Garden, number 2, from Mad Cave Studios, written by Ivy Noel Ware and art by Kelly Williams. As engineers Anya and Kamari examine the stalled ship with little help from the distraught biologist Jane, botanist Marnie, security detail Kurt, and architect Jonas hike across the planet below. Tempers flare as the teens try to figure out how to handle a situation they weren't prepared for. So this is a very interesting idea of a story in that there's these teens, which are like seemingly like geniuses in their respected areas, botany, architecture, biology, security, and then we've got some engineers as well, and they were sent out to explore the stars, find a suitable place. And I believe they, if I remember correctly for issue 1, they woke up early from that, and they've come across this planet, and they are checking out what they have found on the planet, and I think it's going to get pretty crazy soon. So that is Bountiful Garden number 2 from Mad Cave Studios. That was my, let's see, I've already thrown off number 9 pick of the week. Coming in for number 8, I've got Lucky Devil number 3 of 4 from Dark Horse Comics, written by Cullen Bunn and art by Fran Galan. That is my second Cullen Bunn book on this list for this week. This has been really cool. Exorcism gone wrong. The guy gets rid of the demon but keeps the demon's powers, and now he started his own cult, which is such a cool concept. So now he's a cult leader, a worldwide cult leader, and demons from hell are coming for him. They don't think he should be doing what he's doing because that's their job, right? Lucky Devil number 3 of 4, my number 8 pick this week. Coming in for number 7 from Image Comics, Righteous Thirst for Vengeance number 1 from Rick Remender, with art by Andre Araujo and Chris O'Halloran. New ongoing crime series from the writer of Deadly Class. When an unassuming man stumbles upon a dark web contract assassin's vicious plot to kill an innocent target, he turns himself into one. The professional meets road to perdition in this story of a family's unlikely guardian being hunted by rich and powerful men who are used to getting away with everything. New York Times bestseller writer Rick Remender and Andre Araujo for a uniquely atmospheric murder mystery with sudden bouts of brutal violence. There are some previews pages up on the Previews World website. The art inside looks awesome. We don't really get any dialogue yet, but this one looks interesting. I've heard great things about Deadly Class. I did not read that one. I will eventually get to it in like a trade or omnibus format. But this is something that looks cool and new from Image, so it's my number 7 pick this week. Coming in for number 6, I have one from Artists, Writers, and Artisans, AWA Upshot. We've got Out, number 1 from Rob Williams, Will Conrad, and Tim Bradstreet. In the waning days of World War II, with the Allies advancing, a desperate Nazi officer unearths an ancient force of evil that he hopes will turn the tide of battle of vampire. To test the power of his secret weapon, he unleashes the monster on an unsuspecting group of allied prisoners of war. It's up to Nokona, the Comanche language expert, to communicate with the vampire to find out what it really wants. It's a pretty cool concept, bringing supernatural elements into World War II. We've got that going on also right now with He Who Fights with Monsters. So different takes on that though. Vampires in this one. Pretty cool concept. I'm looking forward to checking out issue number 1 and seeing how this series starts out. So it's my number 6 pick this week. For number 5, I have Last Flight Out number 2 from Dark Horse Comics. Mark Guggenheim on writing, Eduardo Ferragato on the art. Issue 1 was pretty cool. I'm really wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy this series, and I really loved issue number 1. And the ending of issue 1 was just crazy. So what we got going on in issue 2, less than 24 hours to go until the complete evacuation of Earth. Scientist Ben Kaywood has to find his daughter in the lawless wasteland that is Chicago, Illinois. But things aren't exactly what they seem, and Ben isn't prepared for this issue's shocking final page twist. A thrilling new comic series by renowned artist Mark Guggenheim. Renowned writer Mark Guggenheim. The whole concept, Earth dying, they're trying to go out into space. The scientist, he's the one that's put together everything and created the designs for these ships to evacuate Earth. And he's supposed to end up on the last flight out. This is the last one. But he can't find his daughter. So he goes looking for her in Chicago. And things don't go as planned in issue number 1, leaving us a little bit on a cliffhanger. We got another final page twist coming in this one. So I'm ready for this wild ride and see if we catch that last flight out. Coming in for number 4 this week, one of my favorite series that's going on right now, Nice House on the Lake, number 5 from James Tynion and Alvaro Martinez Bueno. Just so well done, so well created. He's built a world in a small area, and there's a lot of things going on, and it's been a lot of fun to read and kind of analyze this story a little bit. And in this one, we're focused on Veronica, the scientist. She has one of the longest standing connections to Walter among anyone in the house, and through her work with NASA, she may have insight into who he really is. But what she sees in the stars above the house may upend everything she thought she knew. So, more mysteries coming about. We're getting pretty far into this. There's 12 issues. We are on the 5th one right here. Looking at the cover, we've been moving across the cover, touching different symbols to represent the different people in the house. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 symbols, 12 issues. It looks like we've actually are on in this one, even though it's book 5, we're on the 6th symbol. So interesting what's going on there, and maybe as we go through all of them, we will then see multiple or focus again back to our original characters. Who knows? But I think that's a cool concept to kind of highlight who is being focused on in the issue. So that was my number 4 pick for top indie comics this week. Moving into number 3, I've got The Me You Love in the Dark, number 3 from Scotty Young and Jorge Corona, which such a great start to the story. If you're looking for horror but wholesome, which its concept sounds a little bit weird, this is it. Ro becomes even more intimate with whoever or whatever is haunting the old house as she finds the spark of inspiration for her most personal paintings yet. This is, follow-up, not direct follow-up, but, the follow-up team-up of Scotty Young and Jorge Corona to Middle West, which was a great, great tale. I've only read volume 1 of that, but I loved it, and I need to continue to read that. They're saying fans of Stephen King and Neil Gaiman will enjoy this beautiful, dark, and disturbing story of discovery, love, and terror. Which, I agree, absolutely killing it in terms of terror, but there's a lot of love and wholesomeness to it. So that is my number 3 pick this week from Image Comics. Coming in at number 2 from Aftershock Comics, we've got Chicken Devil number 1. Chicken Devil number 1, that's right. This one from Brian Bucalato and Hayden Sherman. Mitchell Moss is about as regular as it gets. He's married with 2 children and co-owns a successful chain of Memphis hot chicken restaurants. It's not the life that screams hero vigilante until he discovers that his business partner is in bed with the mob and owes them $2 million. Unfortunately, Mitch is ill-equipped to be a badass. He's just a guy who makes really good chicken. Can he protect his family from cold-blooded gangsters? Absolutely not, but maybe the Chicken Devil can. So this team is serving up a darkly comedic crime drama that's juicy, tender, and finger-licking hilarious. I love this concept. I think it's going to be, like it says, a hilarious idea here. So I can't wait to check this out. It's an issue 1 from Aftershock. You always got to check out books coming out from Aftershock because they've got some hits in there that you don't want to miss the fun in. And that's why it's my number 2 pick this week for top indie comics. But number 1 has to go to a book from a publisher you might not have heard of, Blue Juice Comics. This one is called Billy the Kit. You might have seen me post about this on Instagram. I picked up an advanced copy of it. It was the Diamond Previews exclusive copy or something like that. It was sent out to retailers. Found a copy on eBay to check out after seeing someone post about it on Instagram. It's amazing. It is killer kind of story. And Justin Gray, Barry McLean is our team on this one. The Wild West has never been wilder. Introducing Billy the Kit, featuring a gunslinging rabbit seeking revenge against the tornado god that killed his family. Why was the sickly, skinny rabbit spared such a gruesome fate? What makes him so special? With the help of Luther the Goat, a profanity-spewing martial arts master, Billy relies on faith, magical firearms, and kung fu to wage a war against the pagan gods and monsters of a bygone era. Co-created by Ringo Award-winning writer Justin Gray and artist Barry McLean Jr., digital paints by Salmet Muggiano. And there's even, if you want to see what this is all about, they have, I think the entire story is uploaded on Preview's catalog. I am seeing a lot of images and it says preview copy across it. This is the story that I read in the advanced thing, so I've never seen that happen before. But if you want to read this story and see what it's about, go to Previews World, find Billy the Kit, and check it out. It has a watermark across it saying review copy, but this is the story that I read in the advanced copy. There's a little bit more in that physical thing that I picked up, but this is actually the whole story here for issue 1, it looks like. So go check that out. If you like it, go buy it, because I think this is a secret hit story that's going to be coming out. It's a small publisher, so it's going to go under the radar. Do not miss this. It looks like it's going to be an incredible story. So that is my top pick this week for top indie comics. If you've made it here and aren't subscribed, go hit that button down below. I've got one more thing for you guys, though. There's a graphic novel coming out called Squad. It is from Maggie Takuto Hall and artist Lisa Sturl. Lisa, the artist on Witchblood, which I absolutely love her art on that one. And this is straight to graphic novel. This wasn't issues before, but an original graphic novel. And I'm just going to give you guys a little brief about that, and then we'll wrap this up. When Becca transfers to a high school in an elite San Francisco suburb, she's worried she's not going to fit in. To her surprise, she's immediately adopted by the most popular girls in school. At first glance, Marley, Ariana, and Mandy are perfect, but a party under a full moon, Becca learns that they have a big secret. Becca's new friends are werewolves. Their prey, slimy boys who take advantage of unsuspecting girls. Eager to be accepted, Becca allows her friends to turn her into a werewolf. And finally, for the first time in her life, she feels like she truly belongs. But things get complicated when Ariana's predatory boyfriend is killed and the cops begin searching for a serial killer. As their pact begins to buckle under the pressure and their moral high ground gets muddier and muddier, Becca realizes that she might have feelings for one of her new best friends. So this seems like a cool supernatural story with a little bit of twist on werewolves here. That may have a little bit of a queer story to it as well. A little bit more representation in comics is great. But I'm also really looking forward to the art in this story, because I really love what Lisa's done on Witchblood, and so it's I'm continuing to look forward to that art in other stories. So just wanted to throw that one in there as an extra little pick. Don't really talk about graphic novels too much, but now 2 weeks in a row I'm talking about trades or graphic novels. So there we go. So thank you guys again for watching. Hit the like button, drop a comment below, let me know what you are looking forward to picking up this week for New Comic Book Day. And as always, collect what you love.